Most people think pilots are calm because they're brave, or gifted, or born different. Wrong. They're calm because they don't trust their memory. And that's exactly why they learn faster than you. When something goes wrong at 35,000 feet, there's no Google, no pause button, no second attempt. You forget what you studied last week. They land planes in storms. It's not talent, it's system design. I'm about to show you the 3 cognitive systems airline pilots use that make learning almost unfair. By the end of this, you'll never rely on your memory the same way again. Chapter 1. The Checklist Brain. Most people treat memory like a storage device. Store more, recall later. Idiot. Your brain is not built for perfect recall. It's built for survival shortcuts. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman calls it System 1. Fast, automatic, biased. It fills in gaps, it guesses. Pilots don't guess, they use checklists. After multiple aviation disasters in the 1930s, engineers realized the problem wasn't intelligence, it was complexity. Too many steps for working memory. George Miller showed working memory holds about 7 items. Cockpits require dozens, so pilots externalized memory. Checklists don't mean incompetence, they mean accuracy. Atul Gawande wrote about this in the Checklist Manifesto. Simple lists reduce catastrophic error in high-stakes environments. You think smart people don't need structure? Wrong. The smarter the system, the simpler the execution. Here's your upgrade. Stop relying on "I'll remember." Create micro checklists for repeat tasks. Studying session checklist, interview prep checklist, project launch checklist. You reduce cognitive load. You free bandwidth for thinking. But here's the problem though. Checklists prevent mistakes. They don't create mastery. That's Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Simulation training. Pilots don't train in the sky. They train in simulators. Engine failure, hydraulic failure, cabin depressurization. Over and over. They rehearse disasters before they happen. Why? Because simulation builds neural familiarity. Neuroscience shows mental rehearsal activates similar neural pathways as physical execution. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between vividly imagined and real practice. Most people study theory. Pilots simulate scenarios. You read about interviews. They rehearse engine fires. See the difference? Here's how you steal it. Studying for exams? Simulate worst-case questions. Preparing a pitch? Simulate aggressive objections. Learning to code? Simulate bugs before they happen. Don't just consume content, run drills. But here's the thing though. Simulation only works if feedback is immediate. That's Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Debrief culture. After every flight, normal or not, pilots debrief. What worked? What nearly failed? What assumption was wrong? No ego? Just data. Most learners skip this. You finish a study session and close the book. No reflection? Anders Ericsson's research on deliberate practice shows improvement requires targeted correction. Without feedback, repetition hardens mistakes. Pilots don't say, "Well, we landed safely, so it was fine." They analyze micro errors. You should too. After every session, ask, "What did I hesitate on? What confused me? What would fail under pressure?" Write it down. Tiny corrections compound. But here's the hidden advantage most people miss. Chapter 4. Fatigue management. Aviation has strict duty limits. Why? Because fatigue destroys cognition. Sleep deprivation impairs performance similar to alcohol intoxication. Studies show 17 to 19 hours awake equals a 0.05 blood alcohol level. You brag about all-nighters. Pilots would ground you. Matthew Walker's research shows sleep consolidates memory and enhances pattern recognition. No sleep. No integration. You're not bad at learning. You're biologically sabotaging yourself. Now compress everything. Externalize memory with checklists. Simulate worst-case scenarios. Debrief immediately. Protect recovery like a protocol. That's the pilot learning loop. You think intelligence is remembering more. Elite performers reduce what must be remembered. By the way, I built a one-page pilot brain template. Learning checklist builder. Simulation scenario grid. Debrief sheet. Fatigue audit guide. Link in description. It's free. Hit subscribe before you forget. We build systems here. But here's the problem though. Even if you build perfect systems, if you're focusing on the wrong 80% of information, you're still wasting fuel. That's why I made the next video breaking down how to identify the critical 20% that actually keeps the plane in the air. before you burn years mastering trivia. Most people trust memory. Elite performers trust process. Watch that next.